An anti-hunting spy infiltrated the corn hunt and caught them digging out a fox which had run to earth, tossed the body to the hounds.
The Earth is like a fox on the run. The entire planet Earth has become like a terrified fox, fleeing for its life from vicious, savage, dangerous maniacs, pursuing it hell-bent on its destruction and death. Alarm bells are ringing all over the world. The rape of the Earth, a tortured planet, abused, tormented and dying, is a global meltdown, an ecological crisis of cataclysmic proportions.
This is a message from the future to the people of the world, warning that humanity faces extinction this century as a result of global warming and climate change. Can You Save the Human Race is a master plan for the survival of humanity and an appeal for justice for the children. Act 1 is all about the panic on planet Earth and the inconvenient truth that our world is in danger, which Al Gore has warned us about. Global warming is out of control, threatening humanity with extinction. Burning fossil fuels is causing a chain reaction of environmental disasters. The carbon dioxide in the atmosphere keeps rising all the time, and the Earth's temperatures are increasing alarmingly. The glaciers and the polar ice caps are melting, and the Antarctic ice shelves are breaking up and collapsing. Sea levels are rising, threatening hundreds of millions of people with becoming environmental refugees. Hurricanes are increasing in ferocity and intensity, contributing to the worldwide flooding, which will kill billions of people by the middle of the century, according to United Nations scientists. In his film An Inconvenient Truth, Al Gore said, "Our ability to live is what is at stake." There is a state of emergency on the Earth as the global crisis threatens an apocalyptic ecological cataclysm. The human race faces extinction, Professor Peter Barrett warned in November 2004. After 40 years, I'm part of a huge community of scientists who have become alarmed with our discovery that we know from our knowledge of the ancient past that if we continue our present growth path, we are facing extinction, not in millions of years or even millennia, but by the end of this century. Could this be the end of life on Earth? The Bilderberg climate criminals of banks, corporations and governments are committing crimes against humanity, but the environmental movement is fighting back in self-defense.
Beware of the aliens. They are everywhere, destroying the planet, killing the innocent, and causing general disaster.
Lost generation, we're picking up the bill. All we're gonna do right now is dream a life and share. Come now, get together, our voices can be heard. Take lovers, come fly now like a bird. Turn off from illusion.
on your face and move away from the runway. Slow down the pace, put a smile on your face and move away from the rat race. Slow down the pace, put a smile on your face and move away from the rat race. Slow down the pace, put a smile on your face and move away from the rat race. Slow down the pace, put a smile on your face and move away from the rat race. Wind up your waist, smile on your face. Wind up your waist, smile on your face. Wind up your waist, put a smile on your face and move away from the rat race. Okay. Steady now, all right.
We're about to go to that side before and try and get
coming all around. Moving through the country, the city and the town. How you doing?
Yeah, he's not letting a press official through.
No, it's alright. We'll see what Danny's doing.
They don't all have
It's outside. It's outside. You can open the door. You go out. It's outside the station.
We've got local knowledge.
Danny, this lady wants to know what's happening.
Sorry, are you doing command at the front? I'm just doing.
I'm just doing weekly. We're just trying to go for a pin.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to know what's happening because I was going to go straight ahead. Because obviously police. Well, this officer is also dying for a wee, and they won't let him away either. He's got to stand here and like stop everyone going to the toilet.
Has that been helpful? Probably not.
We love you. You love us. Stop in the I'm sorry. I won't shout no more, darling. Sorry. I had to stop because you needed a shit, and then when I was trying to catch up with you, some big geezer dropping her foot. Freaked her out to patch. She was screaming, man. I would like one. A bit sour.
And you know the time you have. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it. Wait, what? Thank you, house. Give us a smile. If you're happy and you know it, thank you, house. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, thank you, house. To move away. No, we're not hustling us, but if there's a little bit of a gap, the cameras can see the people. So we don't know what's trying that one. Where's our MP? I'm starving. Tell me why tell me why Oh, is it true?
in stone because they've been saying, oh, we don't want one, and then 3 years later they come back and say we've changed their mind, so we're under threat permanently. That's the trouble.
We'll be with you the whole way.
Thank you.
We've got ex-servicemen on the site at the moment, prepared to fight if they have to,
Right.
holding the site.
Let's just hope we don't need to. That's
Carry on. This is Sipson. This is the village. Yeah. Sister Village.
Can't sing that lovely. Spreading out all over. Moving all around. That's what they want us to go. Wait, that's what they want. That's what they want us to go. We're all the police. And they're responsible.
Half of the people here are running over the other half.
You have been using that for the last 2 days. As a Met, you have been using that excuse that you are saving us from the camp. We've been
danger now. We don't want to go.
I'm trying to get an answer from you about how many, listen to me, how many are in the group.
Because there's children and children and then
we're now all mixed up together, and we'll have to go together.
And that's my problem. How do I separate you ladies from the rest?
If you've done the procession differently, because we were separated.
We were in charge of the procession. The procession took us.
No, you're not the that's so ridiculous.
Sorry.
Well, if that's the case, why are there 3 bands dictating where we go?
3 bands arrived. Councillor on the spot. What's going on?
Hello?
It's brilliant.
Is this the village then that they're getting rid of?
Yeah.
Okay. Can somebody say to what's going on then, you lot? Is this the village? What are they doing? Tell me, what are they actually doing then? They're not everything.
Runway's going to be it. And the church over the corner. And the graveyard, they have to bring up the graveyard. And they have to make the perimeter.
That isn't the room. They are digging up a graveyard.
They're digging up 2. They're digging up 2 graveyards. The one in Harlem and the one over there. We walk that way. What? In the village.
We're collecting.
I say we go to the church.
I'm with my daughter and you lot. You know, I'd really like to know more. I'll make you a cup of tea if you come back with us. Do you know what I mean?
We're back tonight anyway.
All right. I don't know.
Why don't you stay with us now? Stay with us now. Yeah, okay, fine. So where do you think we should go?
Where should we go?
Right down to the bathroom. That's where it's all going. All this is down to the bathroom.
Are you not children?
Teenagers.
Am I children?
Yeah?
We're all children of the universe, actually. Megan, you got your book with you? It should be you lot that speak.
That's the church is going. That's back. Our church. They've got to dig up all those graves. And the one in Harlem. There's one in Harlem. No, that's the one. Bad. No, that's one more. Even why do you think I've kept my dad's ashes at home?
No, it's bad, mate.
Yeah, I've kept my dad's ashes at home because they're knocking down that church.
Wow.
This is where I live. You're on camera. I can't put my dad's church down there.
So you have to hug the pot instead of the love.
I've got my dad's ashes at home.
All those people that are going to have nowhere to go when it's Father's Day or Mother's Day.
Nowhere to
It's
go.
all going to be a runway, concrete.
Yeah, this is it.
That is so sad. Please take your hats off. Please, you hearing these boys?
Stop talking about that way.
How dare
They've got all the pipes on the ground.
Can I get on camera?
We're just documenting. I'm also protecting the kids. I'm a legal observer, and if they get nasty, we get nasty. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be here just this shit. Concrete. All these houses. That's it. Let's go.
all these jobs so they can all have a full catalogue?
We're going through the village. We're going through the village. Go on. To the graveyard.
Going through the village.
Not digging the grave, not digging the grave.
Not yet. I want to play it when we get there. Just go into the village.
That's tearful. I think you need to go back to the village.
Where do you want to go?
We want to go in Harmersworth village because we want to be safe, because it's families and locals. We don't want to go to BAA headquarters, and they're taking us there.
The police are doing that deliberately.
I don't want to hold that anymore. Does anybody else? Want to have a fat cigarette? Oh, wait a minute. Why are we going? Do you know what they're going to do, basically? Why are we going back? We're going to go to the village. They're waiting for somebody.
No, we don't want to know. Let's go.
Serena.
Trying to fuck us up. Where's the banner? Explain that to Angel here. Angel, tell her all about it.
Well, that's what I thought we would do.
Explain to Angel what you want to do. This is Angel here. Yeah, but can explain it to her, this lady here. Angel, these lads can have a little chat. They're local boys.
Yeah.
We want to take
Sunshine, do you want some of this?
We want to take the site and keep it. We've got a whole team of ex-servicemen on the site holding it at the moment, prepared to fight the police if necessary if they try and storm it. We want you guys to team up with the kids and hold the site. It'll be a kids site. And live on it and hold it until the bulldozers come, and then we'll fight. Dig tunnels, hold on to the site. It's up to you. It's your decision. If you can get all the local teenagers together, say, right, we're having a kids site there, protest site, like Newbury, like Twyford Down. You know what I'm saying?
Just keep it, innit?
We are with you the whole way, believe me. And there's a whole team of servicemen on the site at the moment, and they will hold it today, so they can't take it off us. We're going to try and beat this.
And then I'm going to pull. You ready? Oh no, that's going to rub myself in. That's going to rub myself in. Well, do it again. Ready? Sit down for a
Angel.
Sandwich at the moment.
Angel.
No.
Sunshine.
Hey, we invented. Do you want to play?
The local MP is negotiating with
I think she'd rather be. My daughter starved.
I don't know. He's negotiating with the police. Angel. They're trying to get onto the village green. The local MP is negotiating with the police. It's a traditional place for demonstrations.
Right.
So that's where we're heading, the village green.
Somebody's got a flask of tea on fire, a cup of tea.
So people who are going to have to deal with climate change like the rest of us, and the sooner they get on board. So in the interests of them, I'm going to sing this song, alright? And as I understand it, basically the police don't quite know what to do because there's so many of us here, they're not sure we can fit into the village. So, but I'm going to like to sing this song now, which is about being a policeman at Faz Lane. When first I enlisted, I thought it an honour, injustice to fight and the peace to maintain. Now I'm standing here like some glorified bollard, once more at the gates on the road to Faz Lane. Each morning we come here to block the blockaders, defending a terror deployed in our name. Folk who joined the police to make the world safer, now pay to stop other folk doing the same. And be here in Scotland.
Please.
Why not in Bermuda? Why not
I know what it is. Sunshine my next
the world's greatest war crimes just waiting to happen. And we're standing here to make sure that it can. With hospitals closing and street robins daily, and climate change staying at the top of the news. Westminster still wants to wedge out of my wages to spend on a weapon they never can use. And if they should use it, what is there to say? And how to square that with where I stand today? I'm just 23 and I want to have children. I'll not keep the peace of earth please in this way. So I whipped out my cup and dropped onto a lorry. Colleagues stared at me like I was insane. Then one by one slowly they broke ranks to join me on the PC 365 blockade of Faz Lane. Protesters ecstatically reached for their mobiles, broadcasting the news to the planet at large, where the statement I issued was widely reported. For health and for safety, we had to take charge. Now doors open. So I just want to say to you, we're all here because we want the people of this area here to keep their homes and their lives and their businesses and their communities. And we're all here because we want a life and a community for our children and all living creatures. And this airport is
I've just met up with the French journalist who we did an interview with. This is for the media team, this is. I just met up with the French journalist we did an interview with the other day, and he said our broadcast has gone right around the world and was very gratefully received.
Thank you.
I haven't got his name, but he's here right now and he's recording.
Are we heading for the village green?
Yes, we are. There's a local MP.
Teenagers want to hold that as a site. Sorry? It's a husky. You can pet him if you want.
microphone, please, Tessie.
Chelsea football.
Okay, we've got the local MP somewhere. Where is he? He's going to give us a few words.
He's down there doing an interview on television.
Is he? Okay. Healing in plantations, calling for the wise ones, celebrating in their grand song. I start to go on, I didn't believe the Carly's banana. I used to start to go on, I didn't believe the Carly's banana. I used to start to go on, I didn't believe the Carly. I used to start to go on, I didn't believe the Carly's banana. And the boat recommenced. He was a war against the power voted in Holocaust. In the age of evil, 9 million European women that died. And the terror of those while chanting the praises of the Mother Goddess, a refusal of betrayal, she was dying to be free. And we still burn up, we're fighting under poison of our wars. Students was the earth is a healer, a teacher and a mother. A weaver of a weather lie, a kiss us all alive. She gives us the courage. Right, just to say, we've got a lot of mix of people and it's brilliant that we've got people from the camp. Lots and lots of residents. Everyone feels the same about this runway. Everyone feels the same about climate change. Now what we're going to do, we've got a few speakers here. Thanks to a lot of work from a lot of people. And first of all, we've got George Monbiot, we've got John McDonnell, and we're going to have two residents to speak about what they feel on this issue. And also, we're going to round up with some music and picnic and staying around here. Those that want to go on to BAA can do afterwards, but for now we're just going to stay here. And I'm going to introduce John McDonnell, who has fought for many years against the runway and also got us into the village with a bit of negotiation there, but we all got ourselves into the village because the villagers wanted us to come. So here's John McDonnell, thanks very much.
I just want to say thanks for coming. All the local residents, all the local campaigning groups, the people that travelled from all over the country and all over the world to the camp, thanks for coming, because what you're doing is helping highlight not just what they're going to do to our community if they get their way, but also to the planet itself. You're in Harmansworth Village. This is a village that's been here for 1,000 years. You're next to a medieval church. They want to run the runway over this village, Sipson, Harlington. At one point, they wanted to dig up our dead from this village church. Why? because of profits. They put profits before people consistently for decades. At the 5th terminal inquiry, they promised us no third runway. In 6 months, BAA came forward with proposals not just for a third runway, but a 6th terminal. And successive governments have lied to these people in this community consistently. So what we're here for today is first of all to say to this government, there will be no third runway. But we're also saying that aviation expansion has to stop if we're to save our planet. We will not stand by and allow our planet to be plundered for their profits. That's why this isn't just shifting air travel from one airport to another. We stand in solidarity with the people of Stansted and Gatwick and everywhere else across Europe. They're campaigning to prevent their climate being polluted by aviation expansion. There are people living in this community already whose air is polluted, poisoned beyond the European levels. If the third runway goes ahead, on the government's estimates in the 1990s, which they now hide, 4,000 homes will either be demolished or rendered unlivable by air pollution. 10,000 people forced out of their homes. 3 schools demolished. Churches, community centres, whole communities forcibly removed from this area. Thank you for coming. Thank you for helping us in our campaign. We will win. Thank you.
Right, next up I just want to introduce Christine Taylor. She's the Vice Chair of No Track, which is the No to the Third Runway. She's been working for many years along with other people on that, and it's been a very difficult journey, but now we're seeing some pace and momentum gathering. So first of all, Christine Taylor, thank you.
Hello, I'm not used to standing in front of so many people with a microphone. Oh right, put it it doesn't help I haven't had sleep for quite some time. Oh right, thank you. It wasn't so long ago, we were just a little group, well we felt like a little band trying to get residents together. Then in 2002 we formed No Track, then we got some council funding and we started fighting in earnest. We've had 5 hard years. And what really made us realise that BAA must be listening to what we're saying and worried about what we're saying is when they tried to paint us as direct activists, that we were going to bring down, I don't know who they thought we were going to bring down. I think they got a bit of a shock when they saw us in court. Okay, I've got to get closer and I've got to speak louder. Alright. And so we sat in court for 4 days, and what we realised was we're peaceful, we believe in protest that doesn't involve any violence. I mean, there's never been any question that we would do any sort of direct action that would interfere with the airport. Yeah, we were pulled in on all that. We spent 4 days in court, and we actually discovered they had nothing against us, and it was made quite plain that what they were trying to do was shut us up. So when the climate camp actually appeared, and I was woken up at 5 in the morning, well it's before 5, by a police van in my road, and I went upstairs, I looked out of the bedroom window, and as the dawn rose, I saw the marquee. Now if I believed everything I was told about climate campers, I should have been afraid. But what I actually felt was hope. I felt for once, somebody's going to really listen to us. And not just regional news, not even national news. We come onto the camp every day and we've had spontaneous protests from residents that you fired up because now they believe we can fight it. And so I don't want to keep you all hanging around because you probably all need the toilet by now. But I just want to thank you because what everybody's done here, the climate campers, residents, everybody, has made me realise when I sit up all night on computers doing emails and leaflets that it's all worthwhile and that we're going to win and there's going to be no third runway.
Right, next up is Al Pereira. He's been on the camp the whole week and he's been another stalwart in the fight against the runway. He's from Harmondsworth and he's just been angry he's not been able to get back in his own village, but now he's here coming down to speak to the rest of the people. Come on, Al.
Well, I'm going to be short and sweet. I'm lost for words. But I prayed and prayed for this day, and its final arrived. I fought and I fought for this day, and it's finally here. But I just want to send a message to this government, to BAA. Please, please listen, because the next time it could be a lot different. I ask on the name of the neighborhood that we have a peaceful demonstration this time. That if the government and BAA have the way, I don't think next time will be a peaceful one. I really don't. Because I believe in direct action. The reason I feel the way I do, I've lost my daughter. My daughter is lying in peace in the cemetery. As John said earlier, there was words of removing the dead from our cemetery. I can't bring myself to believing that they can actually remove the dead. The very people that fought for this country, and now they want them to be removed. It's beyond my comprehension.
Yeah, I fully agree, man.
The other thing I'd like to say is I open my arms to Climate Camp. To all my brothers and sisters. Because you came to my rescue. I was dying, but I am not going to die any longer. And we are going to fight and fight to win. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Talking of fighting to win, a dozen people from Scottish camp plus some locals have banners hung over the M4. Okay? They've already protested outside the hotel for airline pilots, so that's great. And now it's going to move on and to introduce George Monbiot. He's worked a hell of a lot on reclaiming the streets before, as well as doing all the environmental stuff, so this is very appropriate. Thank you very much, everyone. George Monbiot.
Thanks very much, everyone, and well done for getting here. Now, both John and Alf have talked about the dead being moved as well as the living, and I want to bring your attention to another inhabitant of this graveyard. If you go through those gates, they're under the yew trees, and a little to the left, you'll find a large, tabular piece of sandstone.
Hold on. Can we have some more paddlers to the bike? We need new paddlers!
Okay, alright, thanks. We're running out of power, so two of them. Okay, you'll find a large tabular piece of sandstone. It is the grave of Richard Cox. He was the man who developed the Cox's Orange Pippin, our famous apple. All this was a great fruit growing area. Heathrow was one of the major fruit growing areas of the country. No longer. Why? Because fruit are being flown in and landed on the old orchards of Heathrow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is economic madness that drives this airport expansion. this madness. The government has got plans for 30 airports to double in size between now and 2030. It has got further plans for several dozen more airports to be taking 20,000 flights or more each by 2030. It says we need these airports so that people can fly to Britain and see what a lovely country it is. But when they arrive, they're only going to see one thing: airports! Airport building alone will take up the entire carbon allocation that the government has decided the whole economy should be responsible for by 2050. In fact, depending on whose figures you look at, it will take up 2.5 times that carbon allocation. The construction of these airports, the expansion of these airports, will be sufficient by itself to cook the planet. And this is why we have come together to stop it. To defend the living, to defend the dead, to defend the entire planet and its people from this economic madness. And at the moment, all the major actors in society at a high level, the government, most of the MPs, most of the political parties, big business, the construction industry, the aviation industry, you name it. Are united behind the economic madness that will lead to the destruction of the biosphere and all the life it supports. But rising against them is another faction, a new group, and this is us. And we, building ever greater numbers all over the country as we oppose this madness, are the only things standing between the government and the corporate plans and the complete destruction of life on Earth. We are the only ones who can stop this madness, ladies and gentlemen, and I urge you to fight on and on and on until we have done so. Thank you very much.
Just very quickly, we've got John Newman just with some information about what could be another action coming up.
Jeffrey Newman, speaking after George Monbiot is quite a challenge. As we are speaking, not only are there police helicopters ahead of us, I mean at the top of us, but also Hurricane Jean. Hurricane Jean is tearing Jamaica apart. That's an escalation in the climate change. So, we are going to have the climax and a celebration. We are going to have the climax and a celebration of this day of action on climate change tomorrow at Downing Street from 11 to 12 o'clock. There will be a presentation from leaders of all faiths, as well as climate change campers and UK and international citizens. All concerned with the future of our planet and of our children are invited to gather tomorrow at Downing Street and join us and take this action to the government, which needs to recognise the contradictions in its policy. Thank you very much.
Jeffrey, thank you very much. Alright, just a bit of information before we finish. Some people can stay here and enjoy Harmondsworth. Other people can, if they want, go to BAA. There are still people who want to do that, so that can happen now. All I'd say is that it's been an absolutely brilliant week at Climate Camp, and the people at the Climate Camp and the residents, I think we've sent a very single message out here about climate change and about the third runway. And I hope that all of the people who came from the local area can carry on the fight now, and I hope that all the people from the Climate Camp can carry on helping the people from around here to try and stop this third runway and continue the struggle. But that's all it is. Thanks everyone, thank yourselves, give everybody a round of applause. Thank you. Well done. Those who want to go back to the camp, there are a few people going back to the camp, and I would suggest that you congregate at the end of the path here, and I'll be there and a few others to negotiate with the powers that be. Okay, nice one, thanks.
See you tomorrow at Downing Street.
Right, I think we're good.
Excuse me, would somebody like to ask if anybody wants to go down to the demonstration at BA? Do we know? Because if anybody wants to go down there,
There will be.
Right, we're happy to take you down there, it's just that we need to know if people are going to go down to BA, that's all. I think it will be planned. Right, so we'll be going back down the Bath Road, alright, so you're down here. If you're going to be drinking, we need to get you... Okay, thank you.
I don't know yet.
And your local paper, I've done that myself loads of times, please write about positive this and that and what happened to you, your experiences. I know there's a lot of media interest locally, but here's a little ditty for against Heathrow Airport. John's going to sing with me.
We're going to sing with you?
Yeah.
Go on, John.
Right, you can hold mine. Heathrow Airport, no need expand. We must think of our fellow man. Climate change we must understand. We must take a stand. Heathrow Airport, no need expand. We must think of our fellow man. Climate change we must understand. Now's the time to take a stand. Thanks very much. That's a song by the Eco Warriors.
That's been read out, but I think it would be good to read it out.
I couldn't remember all the chords.
A little bit of interesting news, everybody. We just had a text saying, sadly, a policeless police horse has been spotted galloping through a field on south side of camp, chased by breathless horseless police officer.
So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Those of us who like to go off to BA, would you all like to gather together?
It's the revolution. Viva la revolution. Viva the kids. Viva the kids. Viva the
There's tea in the pot before we move.
Anyone want a cup of tea?
Ollie, about getting back or getting to BAA, we're going to be able to go to BAA or go back to the climate camp. If you file in on the left, we're going to be able to go to the end of the road and turn left at the end of it if you want to go back to climate camp. So if you go towards that direction, towards back where we came from, and stay on the left, you can get back to climate camp. If you go on the right, you'll be carrying on for a bit and then you'll be escorted to BAA and join the big demo down there. If you go on the right and head back towards where we came from. Okay, so that's the situation. BAA on the right, that way, or climate camp on the left, that way.
Sorry, which way's BAA?
Both that way. Both go back the way we came.
I delivered the box of plates back to the kids' tent.
Go home. Go home. Go home.
Okay, we through the moving out, and then as I came back out to film the march, the girls come out with the banner.
He normally has done, right?
Mine, yeah, mine. It's one to go in.
Together to get your first walk class.
To the officer.
It was just
Where they were going. Anyway, have a nice day.
Thank you. Enjoy it. Thank you. I mean, this is just ridiculous street that we live here, and we can't actually. But he was good. He kept very quiet. He was very, I mean, he obviously has got negotiating power. He knew, but some of them provoked.
And a policeless police horse was seen in the field south of the camp, rushing after his horse.
I have to go. Thank you.
Global cooperation, not global incineration. Global cooperation, not global incineration. Rinky-dink coming through. Keep out of the wheels, please.
chilling. My kind of brothers, I'm here for the children today. I want John to come home today with the rinky-dink, and he said he would. They'd like him today. Don't want to have him.
How you doing, man? We're back again. Oh, we're back on camera again.
You better believe it. How you doing, my dear?
Generally.
My life is at risk here. I hope your life is not at risk. Residents of Earthside, join your crusade. These people have come from all over the country to save your lives. Stand there, come and join us. You should join them. They don't understand, I think. Education, education.